Your cat places their paw on your arm. Gently, quietly, just rests it there. And for a second, you freeze, because something about it feels intentional, like they're trying to say something. They are. Cats do this thing at 2 a.m. They run full speed down the hallway for no reason. They sit in a doorway and stare at nothing. They follow you to the bathroom. They knock something off a shelf, watch it fall, and walk away. And then, out of nowhere, the paw, just placed on you. Slow, still, eyes locked on yours. Most people think these are just quirks, random cat stuff, but all of it is connected. And the paw? That's where it starts. Here's what most people believe. Cats are independent, distant, that when they touch you, it's accidental or they want food. That's the easy answer. It's not the right one. Because a cat's paw is one of the most sensitive things on their body, packed with nerve endings, temperature sensors, pressure receptors so precise they can feel a heartbeat through a surface. So when your cat places their paw on you, they're not being lazy. They're reading you. Think about the last time it happened. Were you on the couch, distracted, stressed, half asleep? Here's the strange part. Cats can detect elevated cortisol, the stress hormone, through your skin temperature, your breath rate, the way your body shifts when your mind is racing. They feel it before you even know it's there. The paw is a check-in, a quiet pulse read. Something's off. Let me see. But that's only the first layer. Because the paw isn't one thing. It changes. A slow, gentle press means something different than a tap. A tap means something different than a kneading motion against your leg. And if your cat has ever placed their paw on your face while you were sleeping, that one's different from all of them. We'll get to that. First, the tap. You're ignoring them, focused on something else. Screen, book, conversation. One tap. You don't respond. Another tap. This isn't aggression. It's not impatience in the way we think of it. It's a communication escalation. Cats develop a personal language with their owner over time. A specific sequence of signals, tail position, eye softness, vocalizations, that most owners learn without realizing it. The tap is them testing whether you still speak the language. Are you still paying attention to me? Do you still know what this means? And if you've lived with a cat long enough, you do know. You respond to it automatically, which means your cat has trained you, quietly, over months, without you noticing. And this is where it gets interesting. Cats don't tap strangers. They don't do this with people they're uncertain about. The paw tap is reserved only for people they've decided are worth the communication attempt. So if your cat taps you, you made the list. You're one of maybe 2 or 3 people in their world they consider worth talking to. Now, the slow press. This one feels different when it happens. Heavier, more deliberate. You're sitting still and they walk over, sit beside you, and just place it. No meow, no kneading, just the paw, resting. This is a grounding signal. Cats are territorial, not in an aggressive way, but in a mapping sense. They track spaces, objects, and people constantly. Everything gets cataloged. When they rest their paw on you without movement, they're marking you as stable, present, safe. In their internal map of the house, you just got tagged as an anchor point, which sounds simple. Until you realize, they do this most when something in the environment has shifted. A new smell, a sound outside, something rearranged, a change in routine. Your cat is unsettled, and they're pressing their paw on you to confirm you haven't changed, that you're still the fixed point. There's a version of this most people write off completely. You're asleep. It's dark, quiet, and you wake up to a paw on your face, just resting there, light pressure, near your mouth. If you've experienced this, you know the feeling, somewhere between sweet and slightly unsettling. Here's what's actually happening. Your breathing pattern changes during different sleep stages. Deeper sleep brings slower, more irregular breath. Your body temperature fluctuates. Your movements slow. To a cat, this can pattern match to something wrong. They're not being affectionate. They're checking if you're alive. Pressing near your mouth or nose to feel airflow. Warm breath equals fine. All good. they walk away. You sleep through the whole thing. But your cat has been doing this check, maybe for months, every night. And if you're like most cat owners, you're now thinking about last night differently. That soft pressure you half woke to and dismissed, it wasn't a dream. And it won't be the last time. The kneading is a different signal entirely. You probably know the motion. Rhythmic pressing, alternating paws, sometimes with their claws slightly extended. This goes back to birth. Kittens need their mother during nursing. It stimulates milk flow. It's tied to safety, warmth, feeding, and calm. When a grown cat needs you, they're not thinking about any of that consciously. But the emotional state is the same. You are, neurologically, giving them the same sensation as being with their mother. You are safety. You are warmth. You are home. The fact that it sometimes hurts doesn't change what it means. But here's what most people miss. Needing only happens in a specific emotional window, not just when they're happy, when they feel safe enough to be vulnerable. A cat who is anxious, overstimulated, or uncertain does not need. If your cat needs you, they have dropped their guard entirely. For an animal whose survival historically depended on staying alert, that is not nothing. That is everything. Now let's go back to the moment that started this, the single paw, placed on your arm. Still, you're watching something, not paying attention to them, and they just reach over and rest it there. No pressure, no movement. This one doesn't have a clean scientific explanation, and that's the strange part. It's been observed across thousands of cats in different environments, different ages, different relationships with their owners, and the pattern holds. It happens most during quiet moments, not feeding time, not playtime, just stillness. Your cat chooses the moment when nothing is being asked of either of you, and they close the distance by one paw length. Researchers who study human-animal bonding call behaviors like this contact seeking without solicitation, meaning they want to be near you, not because you have something they need, just because you're there. Your cat has been watching you longer than you've been watching them. They know which chair you sit in, which sounds you make before you leave, which tone of voice means something's wrong. They've mapped your patterns. They know your schedule better than most people in your life. And somewhere in that mapping, they decided to keep you close. The paw isn't random. It never was. It's late. The room is dim. Your cat is across the cushion, and slowly, without breaking eye contact, they reach out, place their paw on your leg, and just stay there. You thought you were sitting alone. You weren't. You haven't been for a while.